Hello everyone, good morning. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about this right here. And this right here is breakfast, but it's not just any breakfast and not just any meal. It is a meal that I made in a hotel room. So today I want to talk a little bit about how to eat, how to prepare food while you're traveling around. The very first thing we do when we're traveling or when we're getting going somewhere is we stop into our hotel or our Airbnb to find out what sort of cooking materials, utensils, and appliances we have at our disposal. So a lot of times we'll do Airbnbs to have a full kitchen, and we really can do everything that we would do at home, barring maybe an Instant Pot. But like on this trip, we're at the hotel and they didn't have any microwaves, or anything really to cook a lot of food other than the coffee pot, which can make hot water, which surprisingly you can do a whole heck of a lot with. So the first thing we do is we stop at our hotel, we stop at Airbnb, we find out what we have to cook with, appliances, utensils, and then we'll take a trip to the grocery store. Lucky for us, there was about a 10-minute walk from a Whole Foods. Now we're here in Boston and it was pretty cold, but we were still able to make our way over there and do a little bit of shopping. Just as a side note, you could also, at a trip like this, right? My wife is a professor and there's meals provided at this conference we're at, but they're about $70 a meal. And what we were able to do, and I'll roll those clips here to the side, is we were able to stop at Whole Foods, and in about 30 minutes, I was able to get enough meals for us for 2 whole days for $60. So less than one meal, we were able to get enough whole plant foods for the both of us. And she is eating some foods through the conference just because it's kind of like it's more of a fellowship time, talking with other professors, things like that. So I'm doing a lot of the eating here, but it's really simple. So I'll show you kind of the things that I picked up, some of my favorites, and some of the things that I think would be helpful to you too. For breakfast items, I stopped by and picked up some bananas, of course, and you can go full fruit, pick up some dragon fruit. I actually picked up a yellow dragon fruit, got a little bit creative there, but really the bare basics could be just picking up some quick cooking oatmeal. You could find some better packaged ones, but you can also just get a quick cooking oatmeal and then get a thing of cinnamon or get some sort of a small thing of maple syrup or something. And you could really make that happen with just a coffee pot in your hotel room. Now, that's what we're focusing on breakfast. You could do other things. You could get some cereals, some plant-based milks. I picked up a shelf-stable soy milk. We like the ones that have 2 or 3 ingredients, so water, soybeans, etc. Those being the 2 main ingredients, and sometimes the only ingredients. Those are the best ones, but that's a really great way to go about breakfast. Lunch and dinner type items can be a little bit more tricky if you don't have a ton of cooking appliances like we do here at the hotel room. Now, if I was staying at an Airbnb, I would go get some potatoes, some sweet potatoes, some rice, just some beans, and really just cook like we do at home. Since we're here at the hotel, I was a little bit more limited. And so what I did find was some healthy whole food plant-based ramen noodles from the Lotus Food brand, which I really enjoy. Now, I would recommend not using the packet because it's full of sodium, excess sodium, and they're not my favorite flavors, to be honest. But I get the packages of noodles, they're like $1 a piece, and I can cook those with the coffee pot, hot water, let that sit, and then I can get in a sauce, or I can bring in some seasoning, or really do a lot of different things. What I did was I picked up a thing of tofu that I just kind of chopped up and mixed in there with it. You don't have to do that. You can just go straight for the ramen. That makes a great option. One thing I did forget to mention was we do have a refrigerator here at the hotel room, so that does make it a little bit nicer because we can have things that do need refrigerated. Other things that you could do very feasibly if you know you have a refrigerator is before you leave home, if you're going to be gone for 3 or 4 days, bake a bunch of potatoes. Bake 5 pounds of potatoes, let them cool, you keep them in the fridge, that's fine. Put them in a baggie, a Ziploc baggie, some sort of flat Tupperware that you can put in your carry-on luggage, okay? Bring it in your carry-on luggage, you'll go through TSA, they'll check it, it's not a problem, they'll just look at it. And then when you get to the hotel room or you get to your Airbnb, put it in the fridge, you're ready to go. You've got a week's worth of cooked potatoes ready to rock and roll. If you don't have a fridge, things get a little bit trickier, but you could focus on things like the ramen, a whole food based ramen, a lot of different options. The key is try to plan ahead, be creative, be smart about it, and have some fun. You're traveling, you're getting to see different places. The last thing you should be worrying about is, oh no, what am I gonna eat? Just make sure you find out what appliances you have, head to the grocery store, pick up a few things that you know you can make. Don't get crazy, right? You don't need to, blow the bank here. And you don't want to have a bunch of stuff that you leave in the room, right? Because that's wasteful. And also you don't want to have to bring stuff back home because that's not so much fun to travel that way. So I hope you found these tips helpful. I'm going to jump into breakfast now, threw some bananas in the oatmeal and gonna have a good old meal. Hope this was helpful. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't heard already, I love you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we will see you another video, post, picture, just on your timeline soon. See ya.